straight out of Compton. Crazy motherfucker named Ice Cube. From the gang talk, niggas with attitude. When I'm called off, I got a sword off. Squeeze the trigger and bodies are hauled off. You too, boy, if you fuck with me. The police are gonna have to come and get me off your ass. That's how I'm going out. For the punk motherfuckers that's showing out. Niggas want the muscle, they wanna rumble. Mix them in, cook them in a pot like gumbo. Going up on the motherfucker like that. With a gat, that's pointed at your ass. So give it up smooth. Ain't no telling when I'm down for a jack move. There's a murder at the teacher dancing. With a crime record like Charles Manson. AK-47 is the tool. Don't let me at the motherfucking fool. Me and you can go toe to toe, no fear. I'm knocking niggas out the box daily. Yo, weekly, monthly, and yearly. Until them dumb motherfuckers see clearly that I'm down with the capital CPT. Boy, you can't fuck with me. So when I'm in your neighborhood, you better duck. Cause Ice Cube is crazy as fuck. As I leave, believe I'm stomping. But when I come back, boy, I'm coming straight out of Compton. Another crazy ass nigga. When first I smoke, yo, my rep gets bigger. I'm a bad motherfucker and you know this. But the pussy ass niggas won't show this. But I don't give a fuck, I'ma make my snap. And not from the records, from jacking a crowd is like burglary. The definition is jacking. But when I leave on the arm, it's gon' pack it. Shoot a motherfucker in a minute. I'll find a good piece of pussy and go a minute. So if you had a show in the front row, I'ma call you a bitch or a dirty ass hoe. You probably get mad like a bitch is supposed to. But that shows me slut drunk and close to a crazy motherfucker from the street. Attitude legit cause I'm tearing up shit. If you ain't controls are automatic. Lady dumb motherfucker, start static. Not a right hand cause I'm the hand itself. Every time I pull an AK off the shelf. The security is maximum and that's a law. R.E.N. spells weird but I'm wrong. See, cause I'm the motherfucking killer. The definition is clear, yo, the way they come together. It's taking place without a clue. And once you're on the scope, yeah, boom, look.
Oh yeah, you motherfucking bitches, we are back. Dragon in the afternoon, only on Stylin' Radio. You are at that damn place where we don't give a damn. And why, Jimmy? We don't give a
fuck.
We don't give a fuck. A little bit of Straight Outta Compton remix by DJ Flex, one of our in-house DJs. Yeah, I heard heard him play that a couple weeks ago, and he sent me that file, and I just ran across it. I was like, yeah. I was waiting for the breaking point to come in and talk, and I was just like, damn. Kind of pushed everything together.
Yeah, well.
There's like some serious shit going on in that mix.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Old Ozzy passed away yesterday. That,
Yep.
you know, rest in peace, Ozzy.
He's pretty old, though, so he lived a good life.
How old was Ozzy?
He was in his late 70s. I want to say he was around 76.
Yeah, he'd been around for a minute. But, you know...
Oh, he's born in 48.
Well, my dad was born in 49, so...
How old would your dad be today?
1 year younger than Ozzy.
Yep.
He was born in 49. Ozzy was born in 48. So, you know... Yeah, I know there's a lot of tributes going on for Ozzy today.
Oh, it's been all over Facebook the last couple of days.
Yeah, you know, when's the last time he actually made a new song? It's been a while.
It's been quite a while, because he'd been sick forever.
Yeah.
I was surprised he came out and did that farewell concert.
I'll tell you one
But
thing.
most other people sang during it, though.
I'll tell you one thing. That motherfucker could still sing all of his songs.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he ain't like fucking Molly Crew and forget the fucking lyrics to one of the biggest songs he did.
No. Couldn't talk, but he could sing.
He couldn't talk for shit, but man.
No.
But you know what? My dad died of Parkinson's. He had Alzheimer's and Parkinson's, and sometimes he'd shake himself back into reality and call me and be like, hey, shook myself back into reality. What's going on? I'm like, what the fuck?
Well, it's like Ozzy on that reality show. Fuck, he used to fall out of his chair and everything else.
Yeah. Yeah.
He'd get acting up and
well,
he'd fall out of his chair and all kinds of shit.
Well, you know what? And I said this on the Driven show last night. Everybody had a persona of Ozzy, the Prince of Darkness,
right.
You know? That reality
Right.
show come out, fucking reality kicked in, Ozzy was in bad shape.
Yeah.
And people are just like, what the fuck? So your persona of Ozzy Osbourne, when you watched it, and then you're like, whoa, you know?
Yep.
Like, who they put this half dead guy on the show, you know? But no, he was out doing his thing, and he loved his kids to death. You know what I'm saying? And his grandkids. You know, so you know, I hate to see him pass away, but we all kind of knew it was coming.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he
The kids announced that he was about, you know, done.
Yeah.
That
I
was
still
basically
like
his
know
funeral.
why. My thing is, I'd like to know why him and Sharon got divorced, because she stuck through. She's the one who made him.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, she also managed like the Red Hot Chili Peppers and all kinds of groups.
But you don't know how he got there after he got been sick for so long either.
Yeah.
He might have got where he couldn't even be around him.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah, it's hard to say. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think, I'd have to look it up. I don't think she like got with somebody else, you know, or she
No,
did.
I don't think so.
It was down the road, so maybe it was just one of those things that they had to fucking part ways for a while. I mean,
Yep.
you know, I don't know. It's hard to say. I know they got into it over the kids, because the kids become famous, and then there was, you know, that
Conflicting issues of how they were supposed to do things, and yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard telling.
Yeah, it's hard. It's really hard to say. But you know what? It is what it is, people.
Did you watch the reality show with Gene Simmons?
I caught a couple of them.
That was interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, that was that
Yes.
series, right? Or that movie.
Yeah, and he's married to Shannon Tweed.
Yeah.
And she caught him up a couple of times during that show.
Yeah.
He was still doing the same old bullshit at his age.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, as we get older, people, a lot of celebrities and people we like, they pass away. I mean, that's the one guarantee we have in life.
Part of it.
You know, you don't know when the Grim Reaper's going to come follow you. I mean, we got listeners in 200, what do we got here today? 231 countries. 231 countries are listening to us.
Yeah.
We all got something in common. The Grim Reaper's going to come get us.
Yep.
We're going to fall in love and get our heart broke.
We're all going to die.
And we're all going to pay fucking taxes. I don't give a fuck what country you're in. You're paying somebody.
Some kind of tax.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're an Aborigine. I bet you're not.
Do what?
I bet if you're an Aborigine, you're not.
I don't know.
Not paying a water tax or something to the fucking next tribe over.
Next tribe over. They probably do.
Use the river.
They probably do.
That's funny.
Don't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me.
Nope.
But it is what it is. So yeah, Scott Taylor, we're sorry to hear about your brother.
Yeah, that sucked.
I got the group text about that, and
He died yesterday, yeah.
yeah, that's a sad deal, you know.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
Yeah, that always sucks.
you know, Theo from fucking
Yeah, I saw that he drowned.
yeah, he drowned. Yeah, I meant to bring that up on Taco Tuesday, and it was in my notes, and somehow I guess we got off subject, and I didn't bring it
Theo
up.
from the Huxtables. What the hell was his real name?
I can't remember. I'd have to look it back up.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'd have to look it up again.
Yeah, it was in my notes of some of the stuff we didn't talk about yesterday.
Yep.
But yeah, that's a sad deal, you know. I mean, it
Well,
happens.
that came out while you and I was on the radio yesterday, and
Yeah.
we didn't see it till afterwards. So.
Yeah. I mean,
No, well,
But
he was on very old. He was on like 56.
yeah.
Yep, sucked out the sea and fucking drowned. That would not be a good way to go.
Yep. Yeah.
That's not would want to drown that way. That drowned. But they say that's kind of a slow, painful death.
Yeah. Yeah, I've almost been there, you know. I mean,
I've adjusted the water before out there, and it ain't fun.
yeah,
That's why I said it's.
I got shoved off the Chain of Rocks bridge in a car, and like I tell people, if it wasn't for that Mythbusters episode that I saw a week before about them submerging a car and the door open,
Mm-hmm.
I may have panicked more than I was, and I wouldn't have got out.
Right.
I just, I say panic, but it was like a slow panic. I was like, okay, how am I going to get out? And I kept
Well,
trying to,
it happens in like slow motion when it happens, you know.
yeah, I kept trying to break the back window, and I was trying to see, the car was upside down, and I flipped myself around, and I could lean against the seat and kick the back window, but I was reaching around trying to find something sharp to put on the bottom of my shoe and break the glass.
Right.
All I needed was something small and with the pressure, but when you're trying to kick underwater, you don't have as much force.
No,
And
at all.
I kept trying to open the doors and all this other stuff. A lot of times when I drive people, if people that know me, they've kind of noticed I always have a window down.
Yep.
And that's because of that, It just so happened the windows were up because I had AC on.
Yep.
And, once the car was upside down, and I remember going to the floorboard, and I took one last big, deep breath of air,
Mm-hmm.
And I come back down, and my ears kind of popped, and I guess I kind of knew I was fully underwater, and the door opened up like nothing.
Yep.
And I remember
It's
pushing.
pressure equalized.
I remember taking my foot and pushing off the steering wheel as hard as I can to get out of it. And I stroked and stroked and stroked. I don't know how many strokes. It was quite a few. And I arched my body to come up, and it was like quite a ways to come up.
Yeah.
And I just remember seeing a light, and I'm like, I'm almost there, I'm almost there. And by the time my head come out of the water, I just pushed all the air out of my lungs and started breathing. And then I was floating, and I started kind of, not to doggy paddle, but kind of on my back, paddling backwards. And I turned over, and I, swam against the current, and it pushed me to the side.
Right.
And when I got to the side, people, I looked up, and I could see the bridge, and everything was stopped, and I could see the emergency vehicles pulling in, and I was so fucking pissed. And I just remember looking, and you could just barely see one of the wheels bobbing up and down out of the water. And I walked up the rocks, I walked fucking through the grass, up to fucking Riverview, walked all the way up the ramp, and I'm just slopping wet, right?
Right.
And I remember hearing people say, why is he so wet? And this fucking guy, he was a bigger guy, but he talked like he was homosexual. Like Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. Oh my God, there's a whole family down there, oh my God. And I said, who's the truck driver? And this cop goes, you can't walk there. And I said, the fuck I can. And this other guy goes, he's the driver. And I walked up and I punched him as hard as I could. And it did end up breaking a small bone in my hand. And I broke his jaw and 3 of his upper teeth and knocked him the fuck out. And next thing I know, they had me in handcuffs. And I was like, you motherfucker driving me off the bridge. And this other woman was standing there that witnessed it, and she's like, it was a whole family, and there was little kids in the back seat, and I'm screaming, I was by my fucking self. And then they didn't put me in a cop car at first. They just took me to the back of it to get me to calm down. And they were just more concerned, was there anybody else in the car? And I kept screaming no. And about this time, I was probably blacking out because I was so fucking pissed. And they put me in the back of the car, and I'm telling you, I was probably in the car for just maybe a few minutes, because they put me in and they took me right back out, and they took me over to the ambulance and unhandcuffed me. And they asked me, we're not going to have a problem if we unhandcuff you. I said no. And they go, I think you need to get checked out. And they run me to the emergency room.
Yeah.
But I remember being in the emergency room on the gurney, and I looked over, and the guy I broke, the truck driver, they ended up wheeling him in next to me. And he looked at me, and it's sad because he was crying, and he couldn't talk, and he kept trying to say he was sorry.
Yeah.
And the next time I saw his fucking ass is when we went to court, and he was very apologetic. And he said he didn't see me. And what's fucked up is he come up the ramp and got over in the left lane, then got back over in the right lane and clipped the front of my car and pushed me over the edge.
Yeah.
So in court, they were just like, why didn't you just stay in the right-hand lane? And he doesn't know why he did it.
Right.
You know? And what it was he was talking to his wife on the phone. And he was trying to get home to his kids.
Yeah.
And see, I got hit in Florida head-on by a semi-truck that was drunk off his ass, and he was trying to make it home to his kids. So, and I lost a very good friend of mine. And so I had no sympathy at this point. And I'm sure now, it's been forever, you know. I'm sure he probably was just trying to get home. And he said he was hungry, you know. And he lived right as you get into Indiana, in one of those small towns. It's right outside, I don't know. It's not Terre Haute, but it's just as you cross the border.
I never ever thought about drinking in a truck.
Yeah, I mean, that's like I mean, if you're going to drink, I mean, don't get in a semi-truck. I mean, shit.
Fuck no.
You know?
Well, and when you have a CDO, your legal limit is half what it is for a normal person.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I bet.
In Illinois, your limit to be drunk is 0.8 to blow. But if you have a CDO and you blow 0.4, you're legally drunk.
Really?
0.4 is about 2 beers. So I never drank at all when I was driving a truck, hardly. If I drank somewhere that night, because it doesn't mean in your truck. If you have a CDL and you're in your car, that's your legal limit. So I never hardly drank or made sure I was where I was at or riding with somebody else because I couldn't lose my job over having a drink.
Yeah.
I had kids to worry about. Ain't no good for them if I can't do my job.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I never really thought about what the legal limit is.
Yeah.
If you're driving a semi-truck. I never really thought about that. But the thing is, I don't know, I just kind of figured it was 0.0. You know, you can't have anything.
It should be. But it's just if you have a CDL period, even if you're in your own car, it's still that other limit.
Yeah.
It's still 0.4 instead of 0.8. Because you're considered a professional driver, so. No, there should be 0 limit if you're in a truck.
Yeah, no, I hear you on that.
And DOT will randomly test you. They can pull you over in the middle. They can pull you over in the middle of the road, tell you to piss in a cup.
Yeah, they can make you take a drug test, man. They don't fucking play.
They'll take you for drugs and alcohol in that piss.
Yeah, DOT does not play games. I know that.
Especially in Illinois, they're kind of jackasses, but at the same time, they do good stuff too, some of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they're just out there doing their job, but, you know, some of these motherfuckers, it's just fucking retarded. I mean,
yeah.
You know, literally, you know.
Well, I had a buddy get pulled over and his truck was 1,000% legal. He got a ticket for not having 2 extra jugs of windshield washer in his truck.
Oh, yeah.
Needless to say, my boss bought it and got it dropped, but he got a ticket for not having 2 extra jugs of windshield washer in his truck. And I looked all over the rules of the road for trucks and never found anything about that.
Oh, really?
Yep. So it was bullshit. But they'll fuck with you till they find something.
Oh, yeah.
We call them creeper cops because they actually will get out of creeper and start crawling up, sliding under your truck if they don't find something obvious. It was getting ridiculous right before I quit driving, so I can imagine how it is now.
Well, I tell you what, my ex or whatever, the stupid one, you know. She, her dad drove a semi truck, and
Yeah.
you know, it's crazy the shit that all the sensors and all the shit that they were putting in all these new trucks.
Oh, yeah. You can't do anything without the company knowing what you did. They've got GPS in them now. They know where you stopped, any stop you made to go to the bathroom, get lunch, anything. They know how fast you're going down the road, all that shit. They started doing that to dump trucks when I was still working. Not my company, but one of the other companies started putting that shit in, and we were going down the road one day, and he was in front of me, and one of the guys in front of me, and he said, "Danae just called me and asked me why I was speeding." I said, "What'd you tell her?" Told her because I was need to get to the job site. She told me I needed to slow down. I said, "Good, I'm passing you then."
That's funny.
I told my boss that night, I said, "You ain't put that shit in our trucks, are you?" She goes, "No." He goes, "No." I said, "Good, because if you put that in my truck, I'll quit." Said, "You don't fucking trust me to do my job, fuck you."
Yeah, it's just crazy. I mean, it's just, you know, it's just what it is, you know what I'm saying?
Yep. It was funny because my boss called me one day, or actually I showed up at his house, and it was Friday, and we'd been on a job site all day long, and we were coming home. Well, it was Friday, coming home time, you know. I was running 68 mile an hour down a 55 mile an hour road because I was ready to get home and get my check cashed. And one of the other drivers was driving behind me, following me, older guy.
Mm-hmm.
Keeping up with me, mind you. Well, when I turned to go the right way home, he took the back way home, which was longer, and beat me home. And then had the audacity to tell my boss that he was running 70 miles an hour.
Yeah, no shit, right?
So I get home and my boss is like, "Hey, I got to talk to you for a second." And he's kind of laughing. I said, "Yeah." He said, "Are you speeding on the way home?" I said, "Yeah, it's Friday. I had to get home, get my fucking check so I can go to the bank before bank closes." Well, John was telling on you. I said, "What'd he say?" "Oh, he said you were running 70 in a 55. And I said, "Yeah," and he was right fucking behind me, pushing me. He goes, "Oh, yeah?" And I said, "Yeah." And you hear what I just said? He was behind me. Yeah. I turned to go the easy way through Athens. He went the country road. He goes, "That's longer." I said, "Yeah, and who beat who here?" He goes, "Good point." I said, "You got a problem with me speeding?" "Well, I don't want you to get in trouble." I said, "Okay, Steve, how many tickets has John got in his truck in the 5 years I worked here?" "Couple." "How many tickets has the other guy had?" "A couple." I said, "How many's Chris had?" "Oh, we don't want to go there." I said, "Okay, how many have you had since I've been here?" "Couple." "How many have I had?" "None." "Then are you worried about my fucking speeding?" He goes, "Nope."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and the big thing is, guys, if you're out there speeding, man, they'll catch you. But if you're just out there rolling,
I never sped full either. I was only just speeding coming back to the shop on the country roads with nobody around, you know. Not in traffic in town or any place that I could get in trouble, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
I only did empty heading back home.
Yeah.
Once we got out of town, put a hammer down and go, you know.
Oh, yeah, I mean, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, it's Friday night. Bank's only open so long.
That's true. That is true as fuck. But on that note, guys, we're going to go right back into music. You're listening to 96.1 Styling as we're dragging through the afternoon. We'll be right back right after this.